Hi David, what's up? Hope you're enjoying yourself down at the farm, and this one's for when you're back in Frontenac. So we got 11 exercises, nice full body routine as usual. Some nice challenges in here for you. Think you'll do great. So number one, we'll do some chest. And here you're gonna have a choice. You can do the push-ups on the bar. Try to get it on that lowest setting, right? So keep those elbows in, get your feet back far enough so your hips can come forward, get down as far as you can. And at that bottom level, 20 reps is good. So that's a standard familiar favorite. Or if you want to try that easy bar press, let's try it with 45s on each side. So I think rather than having the big plate, I think the 35 and a 10 on each side would be good. Remember, instead of that really narrow grip, come one out. So there's like a couple little, zigzags on it. Have your have your hands on that middle one, and then keep those elbows in and press, right? Like we talked about, you can probably do it yourself. You probably don't need a spotter because you can sit down, kind of roll on back, get yourself in position. Just make sure to keep those elbows in. You don't have me spotting you, so be careful, but I think you'll be okay with it. And with the 45 on each side, I'm thinking like 15 to 20 reps will be good. And when you're done on the chest, you can kind of scoot the bar down or kind of do a nice sit up and get a free core exercise out of that too. So that's number one, chest. Number two, we'll go from upper to lower here. We'll go TRX step back lunges. Last time we did that static lunge where your feet were in that same position and you went straight up and straight down. This time, let's have you start neutral, a little bit of tension in the straps, step back into a lunge and up, and then alternate it, right? So that has a little more of like a cardio kind of feel. Get nice and low, keep your chest up. You can use those handles a little bit. Try not to pull yourself up, but they're there for your balance and support. And then that back knee, never let it hit the ground if you can. Have it just hover above the ground. And alternating version, count to 30. So 15 on each side. Really nice one for a blend of strength and cardio. You'll be burning for sure. Number three, we'll go to abs to switch muscle groups again on you. And what we're gonna do is a ball crunch. So grab that 25-pound kettlebell. I'm showing you with the dumbbell, but same kind of thing. And with the kettlebell, grab the big ball of it, and then the handle will kind of touch your chest. So I'll actually show you sideways here. Positioning on the ball is of all importance. You don't want to be too low down. So like this is the wrong position down here, right? You don't want to be too high because then you're going to roll back. So the thing I think about is that like part of the ball is still touching your butt, and then the very top of the ball and that arch of your low back kind of match up right on top. Get your feet planted firmly, your knees are at 90. You got the kettlebell right here. You got to tuck your chest actually, and you're just, crunching on up like that. So once you get your spine flexed, you get a nice strong contraction in your abs, or your rib cage kind of comes close to your pelvis. That's the top, and then at the bottom, get all the way back. So you should feel a little stretch in the abs on that one too. And with the 25 pounds, we're going 20 up to 25. I think you can get 25. You've gotten a lot stronger with the abs stuff. It's been great. And number four, this is a superset. So this one is usually kind of a combination of shoulders and abs, but after that crunch, I'm hoping you feel a little more right here. So I think the 15-pound kettlebell is too light. 25-pound kettlebell might be a little too heavy. So why don't you make one of those power blocks 20 pounds? You can kind of grab it, however you feel comfortable. Usually one of the bottom, cylinders, and then the other side. So it's kind of like diagonal. What you're gonna do is be on one knee, and then your other leg's out in front so that your foot's flat, knees at 90. And then from there, you're doing that twist, right? Sorry, I gotta get this ball out of here. So you're starting on the open hip, and you're twisting, finishing up and over that other shoulder. So I like to think about, dumbbell, arms, and chest all moving as one functional unit, kind of powered by your core. So instead of thinking about your arms, really think about moving through your core to finish up and over that one side. So 15 on one side with the 20-pound power block will be good. Then all you gotta do is switch it up, and then 15 the other way too. It's a nice 1-2 punch for your core. Number five, the gray band Melissa has, put that one right above your knees there. We're gonna do the clamshell one. This is a burner. You kind of think it's just for the ladies until you start doing it yourself. So you're laying down, the band's right above your knees. You kind of lay all the way down to the ground, and then what you're gonna do is keep your feet together. Your knees are, if this is 90, I actually kind of like to straighten out my legs a little bit more. And from there, you're gonna open it up, right? So look something like that. Get that top arm kind of out in front of you, because if you're like this, sometimes you kind of roll back. So that top arm being out in front will anchor you, preventing you from rolling back. You gotta get that band as stretched as you can, so get that knee nice and high, so you feel it right in your glute. Up to 20 reps on each side with that gray one. If it's a little too light, you can go to pink, but I kind of like to maybe get more reps and like a wider range of motion. So as a rule, a lighter band's better than having it be too heavy and not having you be able to get as much, stretch in the band. So I think, 20 by 20 with the gray should be just about right for you. Next, so number 6, we're going to the cable machine. So set up the 2 handles attached to the 1 carabiner. What you're gonna do is set that weight thing all the way up, so the stack, so 15. You're gonna stand back, there's gonna be a little bit, so unrack it, there's gonna be a little bit of tension in the cable there, and what you're gonna do from there is start squatted down, so weight back, chest up, and what you're gonna do is stand up and row at the same time. So you get a lot of glutes, a lot of quads, a lot of hamstrings, but you're probably gonna feel it mostly in the arms, so it's bicep, shoulder, lat, and then the elbows are kind of stay in too, right? Boom. And then the weight down is tough. You gotta keep the weight back, go nice and slow, keep that chest up. Sometimes the weight wants to kind of pull you back too much, so you gotta kind of be all ninja-like and make sure that you're coming down nice and slow, under control, so you get that full squat going. And I think last time we did 17 with the stack on that one, and in my notes I said up to 20. So see if you can nail 20 reps with that. And number 7, this is gonna be a tough superset again. We're gonna make those power blocks each 30 pounds. This is the weight we went up to last time. Split that stance, hands opened up like that. You're just gonna curl it. And it's gonna be a little max out. How many can you get? I'm guessing after that squat row, probably 15. But if it's a little more or a little less, that's cool. Just take yourself to the limit. Make sure though you're not leaning back, right? As soon as you feel like you have to start leaning back, using your legs, using your back, or as soon as you feel like you have to start swinging your arms, that's time to break it, because that's, a little bit of compensation and form breakdown we definitely want to avoid. All right, so number 8, I'm sure your arms will be burning, so we'll give those a break. We'll do the Bosu Plank next. So elbows and forearms on the top of the Bosu, elbows just below halfway. And what you're gonna do is pop up, everything's straight, right? Back neutral, core drawn in, driving down through those elbows on top of the Bosu, keeping it flat. And I know you probably have your phone around there. See if you can get 50 seconds or more, maybe up to a minute even today, if you can manage. And number 9, getting there here. Let's make the power blocks 12.5 pounds. So I like how yours actually get to that weight. That's a nice weight for you for this next one, which is going to be your straight arm shoulder raise. So kind of like the curl, split stance. I like to start with the weights kind of a little bit in front of my thigh, kind of like if you see there's kind of a little inverted V shape. That way, it's just when you have your arms come up, they're gonna stay a little bit forward, especially for you with that shoulder. You don't want the weights to come too wide, because then there becomes that stretch right in that area. So about 30 degrees forward is good. Like if this is 0 and all the way out front is 90, have them come a little bit forward to 30 degrees, and then you're finishing with that range of motion just above your shoulders, straight back down to the position where the weights are kind of right on top of your thighs. And what you're gonna wanna do is keep the core tight too, so you're not doing one of these. And with the 12.5 with that one, about 20 reps should be good, I think. Gotten it before, it's, reps 15 to 20 are pretty tough. First few might not feel too bad, but just wait. Back to the cable machine for number 10. You're gonna attach the rope to it, or you can even do the row on one side, maybe the rope on the other side, all the way up with the cable thing. You're gonna set it to 13, and we're just doing the tricep pull down here. So what I like to think about is feet, hip width. You get a little bit of a forward lean, arms right against your chest, and you got the rope right there, and you're just gonna straighten your arms out all the way, up a little bit past 90 and down. So you don't wanna use your body, right? You don't want your arms to come out. So you wanna keep them nice and narrow, nice and tight, and it's all tricep right there. And with level 13, 15 to 17 reps. And then one more, we'll go number 11 for step-ups. So use that, red step you have. Just be careful. Don't go, too fast or anything. Time yourself. Let's go 40 seconds up with the right first, down with the right. And then after 40 seconds, a little break. And then go up with the left and down with the left for 40 more seconds. We usually do 30, but we're going for a little more. And since we're not doing weights, we're going for speed. So it's always kind of like a happy medium. You don't want to go too fast where you lose control and your legs get wobbly, but you also want to go fast enough where you get that nice heart rate spike. All right, I hope that's a good one for you. If you wanted to add an extra one, maybe a kettlebell swing or something like that, or a medicine ball slam at the end for a little more cardio, you could always do that for number 12. We've been rolling with 11 though, and that seems to be good. So yeah, best of luck with everything. As usual, any questions, comments, or concerns, give me a call or a text. I got those bands for you ready. I'm not sure if you got my text yet, but let me know if you want me to send them to your house to make it easier, or I can have them shipped to me too. So either way, but best of luck with the workout. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you next week, man.